777. If you are rewatching, always happy to have you here. I used to do weekly live streams at 9 p.m. That will be going away, but I went ahead and I started a live stream today. Hopefully it went through as public. I'll know here in just a minute. I will double check to see, but notification should be going out for it any moment. Yep, there it is. Hello, Keisha. Keisha, you are always right on it. I love that. I love that. You're like so organized. It's fabulous. Hello, Charles. Hello, Lavonda. Let's see. Hello, Shimoni. Is that right? Shimoni. Hello, Mary Lou. Hello, Rosie. How is everyone? So I thought tonight maybe we would talk about the upcoming week because it looks really fantastic, astrologically speaking. Hey, Tess. It looks really fantastic, astrologically speaking. So I thought, well, maybe we could talk about that. And, y'all, I have to share my personal success story with you. I am so excited. I've been doing a lot of walking, like 30 to 40 miles per week. I think this past week I did 41 miles. And I have lost enough weight to get back into this dress. So I wore it for y'all. I didn't have anywhere special to go, but I just figured I'd wear it for y'all. I've lost 19.6 pounds as of today. I went down a size. So I'm like super happy. Very happy about that. And I'm hoping I could keep it up for a while. So I'm here with some unusual lighting and in my cute little dress that I have no place to wear it to. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I hope you are all doing fantastic. I thought we'd talk very briefly about, I gotta look at my notes because I have notes. Talk very briefly about the astrological influences coming up this week and how they might affect you, because we got some big ones. You know? So I figured it would be a good idea for us to talk about that, and then we can kind of talk about whatever you want to talk about. And I'm going to be with you for about an hour, and then I'm gonna log out from there. I'm trying to have relatively normal life these days. Relatively. Let me change to live chat so I can make sure I can see everybody. Y'all change to live chat if you're not on live chat so far. So we've had a lot of people feeling the same way as you with that, feeling down, but let's talk about our astrological influences. So Jupiter went retrograde today, and Jupiter going retrograde in this case is actually going to be extremely positive for everybody this week, because the sun is going to be trine Jupiter. So the sun in Cancer is going to be trine Jupiter, and Jupiter is in, let me check. Let me look at the astrological charting. Jupiter is in Pisces. Is that right? Pisces? Yeah, Pisces. So Jupiter's in Pisces now, and it's going to be trine the sun in Cancer, which we already know that's 2 water signs. So that's very amicable as it is, but the trine is positive. And because of that, there's, you know, a really strong focus on good luck. Good luck in your relationships, good luck in your business, you know, a lot of expansion and potential for growth in, you know, finances as well as in your personal relationships. So that's really fantastic. The sun goes trine to Jupiter retrograde at Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning. So it's going to be positive. The other aspect, now right now, we'll talk about the lunar signs in a moment. This week, the moon is going to be moving through Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and ending up in Aquarius at the end of the week. But, oh, I just lost my train of thought. I just lost my train of thought. We are down to 8 people. That is very unusual. I didn't announce I was going live though, so we'll give it a little bit. See if we get some people in. Mercury is going direct this week, y'all. Y'all cheer on that one. Mercury is going direct. Mercury, let me say that one more time, just in case anybody is confused about that. Mercury is going direct this week. Yay! I know a lot of you have had a really rough time in Mercury retrograde this time. Didn't help that we also had 2 eclipses, right? So that didn't help things. And Mercury goes direct on Tuesday around 6 p.m.-ish. And when Mercury goes direct, then you can start to put some faith in what people have been saying. You know, oftentimes during Mercury retrograde, there's a lot of miscommunication or a misunderstanding of communication or a lack of faith in what somebody has said. And so now that Mercury has gone direct, you can have more assurance that the things that people are saying to you are truth. And in fact, you can even take that same energy and look back at the things that you have been going through in the past. And when you look back at that, then you can also say, okay, well, yeah, this was true. This was not true. You know, I'm seeing clearly now. And so, thank you, Tess. So there'll be an energy of being able to see more clearly, which is fantastic. I still wouldn't recommend signing contracts if you can help it until after Mercury goes through the post shadow, but at least, you know, your relationships with people will start to have a positive impact, right? Another aspect that we have occurring right now is Venus trine Neptune, and it's going to be at its peak tomorrow, but that lasts through Wednesday. And Venus trine Neptune is really, I mean, think about it, you know, Pisces loves Venus, right? Pisces is exalted with Venus. So here's this energy of Venus and the ruler of Pisces, Neptune, in a beautiful trine. And so very strong energy for romance, things of that nature, romance and connecting with your special someone in a tender and compassionate way. If you connect with your special someone on a spiritual level, all the better, because Neptune is associated with spiritual things. So if you can connect with your person on a spiritual level, that's even better. Especially soulmates, twin flames. Those two would really benefit from the next few days of really connecting with your person and tenderly, compassionately, etc. Then Wednesday, after that beautiful trine with Neptune, then things get a little bit difficult Wednesday night because Venus becomes in opposition of Pluto. And so there's kind of a, you know, when we look at Pluto and Venus being in opposition, that's an energy that's going to be a little bit of a struggle. It's going to be a struggle on your personal relationships, the people that are closest to you. And, you know, you're going to feel a sense of pressure. You're going to feel a sense of, you know, wanting to go after the things that are important to you. And so you may feel an intensity when that comes about. So just be aware, because that's coming up soon. All right, you want the good news or the bad news next? Good news or bad news? I can give you either or. Your choice. Good news or bad news? Bad first. Okay. How many more people want bad first? Bad, bad, bad. Okay. All right. Let's go with the bad. Okay. So the bad news is on Friday, Neptune goes retrograde. So Neptune in Pisces is going to be retrograde. And it's going to be retrograde until December the 1st. December the 1st. That's a long ass retrograde, right? That is a long retrograde. And so we got kind of a gotcha on this one. Now, my water signs, you guys are really, really, really going to struggle against this one. Y'all are going to really struggle against this one because, and also the signs that are more prone to anxieties and struggles. Y'all, I'm going to turn off chat while y'all deal with our trolls, and I'll just keep on going. All right, so chat is off for right now. I'll be back in a little bit. So with Neptune going retrograde in the sign of Pisces until December 1st, this is an energy where you are going to be forced, and it's everybody, right, is going to be forced to have to deal with the things that we kind of shove back into the back of our mind, shove back into the recesses of our thoughts and our emotions, the fears, the worries, the concerns, the things that are not true, right? All those things that we kind of struggle with, they're going to be raising up in order to force us to have to face them. This is a time when Neptune is retrograde, Neptune is not going to allow you to internally or even through your actions or your thoughts play a victim. You're going to be forced to have to face your fears and overcome them. Any kind of anxieties, any kind of worries, any kind of struggles. So just be aware, this may mean that people in your life are going to trigger those fears within you, are going to trigger those anxieties, are going to do something that reminds you of something from the past in order to illuminate that point in time when that fear or that anxiety or that phobia or that whatever that case may be first came into being for you. And once that is done, then you can take a little bit of time to go through what in the world it was that caused that particular fear, dissect it, deal with it, and let it go. So it's actually, Neptune going retrograde is actually very positive, but it comes in a negative package. And it very much reminds me of, twin flame energy in the sense that twins are forced to have to deal with the fears and the worries and the concerns of their life in order for them to make a change in themselves, right? And so, that's not their purpose, but that's just something that they go through. And this reminds me very much of that. So when Neptune is retrograde, be aware you are going to be triggered. And be aware that that trigger may be overwhelming, but it's overwhelming for a purpose. It's overwhelming in order to bring transformation. It's overwhelming in order to clear it out. And so it's designed to help you clear that out, which is positive. That's good. It's really fantastic. Let me hop on over to my lunar calendar here. Hold on. My cousin has texted me. All right. So with the lunar calendar, we have the moon is currently in Scorpio. It went into Scorpio this morning at, let's see, this is 11:58. I'll have to change it to New York time. So it went into Scorpio this morning, and it'll stay there until Tuesday. While the moon is in Scorpio, we get kind of hyper focused on our deeper emotions, right? We're kind of drugged down into the depths of exactly what it is that we feel or don't feel. And we get kind of caught up in those emotions. So if we use this wisely with the current energy of, Venus trine Neptune, right? If we use that beautifully with that energy, then we can actually use it to form deeper connections with the people in our life, right? If we treat them tenderly, we treat them, with compassion, but we also are very in tune with how we're feeling about them or how we're feeling about our lives in general, then it can have a very positive impact on everyone. Now, Scorpio rules over the adult parts. So, make sure you keep your hygiene well and all that jazz so that you don't have any problems with any health problems of that nature. Now, when the moon moves into Sagittarius, Sagittarius rules over the liver, the hips, the tailbone, the lumbar area. So any lower back troubles, things of that nature, you have to be careful of. And it will be there, like I said, for a couple days. And so when the moon moves into Sagittarius, then our thoughts move more towards higher things, right? What are our goals? What are our desires with life? What is our philosophy on life? Do we want to travel somewhere? What is the long range plan? So you may be kind of in an energy of focusing on, what's the long range plan for a couple days. So that'll be from Wednesday through, well, it'll be late Tuesday or midday Tuesday through Thursday, midday. And then we move over to the moon in Capricorn. Now the moon in Capricorn rules the knees, the joints. Be careful, runners. Be careful, be careful, be careful. The knees, the joints, the tendons, things of that nature. And so you need to be cautious of that. So it's interesting because Capricorn is a very fun energy, right? It's an energy of kind of wanting to get out and socialize and make an impact upon society in some way. Capricorn likes to make an impact in their own individual way. But they also that energy can also bring about a sense of feeling constrained, feeling unable to achieve what it is that you desire to achieve, or unable to get to where it is that you want to go. So you may feel like there's some sort of roadblock in the way. A roadblock in the way. So be prepared for that. And then on Saturday, we move to the moon in Aquarius. Aquarius rules the calf, the ankles, the shins, the Achilles, forearms, thyroid. So be cautious of those things from a health perspective. Now, Aquarius is all about freedom, all about future thinking, forward thinking, and being a trendsetter, being an innovator, being a visionary. So you may find that your relationships with others may have a little bit of a strain for a couple of days because you may be inward focused over the following weekend. Inward focused over, where your direction is and how people fit or don't fit in that equation, things of that nature. You also may get hit with those fears because of Neptune retrograde, right? So just be aware of that. So let me just check on chat. How's our chat doing, y'all? Did we get rid of the trolls, or are they still lingering? Are they still a lingering? Okay, better. Okay, good. So now the beautiful aspect. Remember, I asked you if you wanted bad or good first, right? So good. They probably got bored with not interrupting me. Hello, Chris. Hello, welcome. Hello to everybody who logged in while I had chat turned off. Welcome. Glad to have you here. So here's the beautiful part of the week. So we have a full moon on Thursday. full moon at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be sextile to Jupiter, which is positive, absolutely positive. And so you can expect good things with regards to your career from this, as well as with regards to, you know, other aspects of your life. Now, here's what I wanted to illuminate for you regarding the full moon. So we just had a solar eclipse on June the 10th. And as we all know, all of the spiritual babies up here, as we all know, eclipses tend to eclipse something out in order to move you in a new direction, or in order to highlight and illuminate, you know, something that needs to change. And they can be extremely painful, right? And so we had a doozy of an eclipse on June the 10th. So anybody that got caught up in the energy of the eclipse on June the 10th, know that the full moon that's coming on Thursday is specifically designed, astrologically, universe speaking, specifically designed to bring about this really fantastic energy for you, to enable you to overcome and combat the negative repercussions of whatever you dealt with when the solar eclipse. So when that eclipse came in, and that eclipse made some sort of change in your life, you have 2 weeks from this full moon on Thursday to the new moon. You have those 2 weeks of strong, good energy to make a big change in your life, right? So those of you that dealt with trauma, dealt with difficulties, make sure you use the full moon energy wisely, because this full moon energy is going to be very positive, whereas sometimes we have some negative full moon energy. This one's going to be very positive to help everybody to overcome that June 10th eclipse, all right? So really important for you to utilize that energy to the fullest. That's all I have on astrology. Anybody need me to expound? Hello, welcome. Yeah, then we have a new moon coming up, which will be fantastic, right? That'll be really fantastic. So if anybody dealt with anything associated with difficulty, just know you have 2 weeks to really put some energy towards overcoming it, which will be good. It'll be really great energy for everybody. So, Mary Lou, you may have a false twin. What, the current twin? Are you saying the current, the one that you thought was the twin is a false twin? Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, I need to respond to you. You asked about the address. I have to get the PO. I'll get back to you on that. Paula, you met another Leo. Paula, you would check Leos like, like flies. Oh. All these twinsies in here again tonight. Wonder Twin powers activate. Can you use the moon energy for whatever you want? For the one who caught in the moon eclipse. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You absolutely can. Everybody can use the full moon energy to their benefit, actually. It's just those of you that have been affected by the solar eclipse really need to put that energy into whatever you dealt with the solar eclipse, overcoming whatever that was, right? In other words, you coming out on top from whatever that was from June 10th. But yes, you absolutely can. You can use the full moon energy for anything. I prefer, so I'm a very strong manifester. No, I don't want to admit that too much on screen, but I'm a very powerful manifester, but I manifest best during full moon energy, whereas other people manifest better during new moon energy. And I don't know, maybe it's because of my Scorpio moon aspect, like I can dig deep into that kind of tough energy of the full moon and utilize it to my advantage. But you know, whichever moon you feel more drawn to, feel free to manifest. Absolutely. Some people will say, no, 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 don't manifest anything on the full moon. That's bullshit. Excuse my language, but it works great for me. So, you just found out that you can manifest. Awesome. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. I wrote a letter to the universe on one of the new moons. I can't remember the new moon I told y'all to do the scripting on. Do you remember that one? Oh, full moon works for you too? Okay, good. Then keep manifesting. So whichever new moon I told y'all to do the scripting on, I wrote my big old letter to the universe, right? And I spoke it out. You met me a few months ago on South Boulevard. Oh, cool. Whereabouts? I'm trying to remember. I'm no longer in Charlotte. But whereabouts? Were you? Okay, you tell me when I met you. I think I know, but welcome. So I wrote my letter. I scripted out my letter to the universe, right? And you were supposed to read it out loud. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was you were with your sister. Yep, I remember you. I totally remember you. In fact, I told you to email me and I would give you a free reading, remember? Spirit pressed that upon me. So send me an email. My email should be on the about of the website. And if you've already done it and I didn't see it, my humblest apologies. I was in the process of moving. So, but definitely send me an email because I said I'd give you a free reading. Cool. Awesome. And tell your sister hello too as well. So I read the letter, like they said to read it like every day, right? And so I read it, and and then I lost it. I have no idea where the letter is. It's gone. It's gone. It probably got tossed in my move. But I remember so many things that are on that list have already been manifested. And that was so little time ago. That I'm just blown away by how many got manifested using that technique. So definitely try, because usually I work with energy in order to make my manifestations come true. But do check out that scripting. Do y'all remember how to do the scripting? Do you need me to tell you again? Are y'all talking about me? Thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for the kind words, everybody. I appreciate it. Mary Lou, how did I confirm that your twin was a false twin? You try to work with energy too? Okay, gotcha. It's working with energy is extremely powerful. Extremely. All right, so the scripting method, I cannot take credit for. I got it from Master Shri whatever. He's a really cool yogi that I follow on YouTube. And he had a guest on and they were talking about scripting. And so you basically write a letter from yourself it could be to the universe. I did mine to the universe. It could be to the universe. If you have a higher power, that particular higher power. It could be to your higher self. It could be to, it could be to your spirit guides. Whatever you want. You write the letter to whomever you would want to thank for their part in helping you with this manifestation, right? So, so you write this letter, dear so-and-so, right? Dear so-and-so. And then you do a paragraph, or at least I did a paragraph. You do a paragraph of saying that you were thankful for, and how happy you are that this is occurring in your life. And you write the letter, yes, that person, thank you, Fusion. You write the letter as if it's already occurred, right? So, let's say you're looking for a new job, right? You would say, I'm so incredibly happy to be in my new job doing X, Y, or Z, da 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 da. You write out all the aspects that you want with it, right? And so you write a paragraph on each of the things that is most important to you. Now, I know that in my manifestation letter, there are some things that are still not manifested because it was a 7-page letter, or 6-page letter. But you do each section, and I focus on feeling it in my soul, right? Feeling that intensity of gratitude for having exactly what it is that that I desired, right? And so when you feel it so deeply, as if you already have it, you're putting it out to the universe. This is the energy that I am giving to the universe for what it is that I desire. And the universe brings you what it is that you desire. Now, it's not always in the package that you expect it to be in. So you got to keep that in mind. It's not always exactly as you expected it, but it's exactly what you wanted, if that makes sense. So sometimes it can cause a lot of fear to receive exactly what it is that you are desiring, right? So sometimes we can get in the way of our own manifestation if that which we desired was so amazing and the very thing we wanted is here, right? It's there, it's here. Now what? You got this really fantastic wish fulfillment right in front of you, but it gridlocks you. So you can get in the way of your own manifestation by allowing fear to kind of guide you in the wrong direction. Does that make sense? So you got to be careful of fears and worries. Just go with it. Go with the flow. Go with the moment. Live in the moment. All that good stuff. Everybody got quiet. Amani, I got your email. I'll get back to you in the morning. And we'll set up a time. Fusion. It's like ordering a burger, expecting Burger King, but when they bring you McDonald's, you ask for a burger. Yeah, exactly. That's a very good way to look at it, right? That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I agree. That was a very perfect way to look at it. You did that by accident and things turned out bad. Yeah, I mean, it can turn out in that's how people, okay, so we talk about love here a lot on our channel, right? And, sometimes people get that great, that wonderful, that person that meets all of their requirements, and then they either self-sabotage it, or they allow fear to get in the way, or they go, oh, this couldn't possibly be it, or ooh, if I got this but it's missing one little tiny thing, maybe I should go seek it elsewhere, and so people end up losing out on true love or the love of their life as a result of stuff like that. Same is true with jobs too. I know people who have been given a perfectly great job offer, that would lead them on a fantastic direction. And being able to see into the future, you know, I can see where it's going to lead that person, only to have them turn it down and say, oh, that's not for me, and go in an entirely different direction. And later you realize that they're living in the consequences of those choices, you know. So we have to be very careful not to throw back. It's sort of like there was an osprey. I FaceTimed with or Zoomed with my family earlier today and showed them my apartment and showed them the island and stuff, right? And so so there was an osprey flying with fish in its claws, right? And it had the fish, it had its food, it had its dinner, but it was almost ready to lose it. So it's sort of that kind of energy, right? Where you go in search of something, you desire something so much that it comes your way that you don't recognize necessarily that you have it, or you can't quite hold on to it. So there's that. Mary Lou, we will get to one. We will get to one. All right, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Other than my VIPs saying, where's my Zoom? Oh. You wish you had a good job offer like that. You would have taken it up. I think, you know, do you have any good business ideas? Right? Do you have any really great, fantastic business ideas? A lot of people will like start a business and then give it up when it has like a downward spiral, rather than finding a way to work around it. But I mean, that's normal though. It's the entrepreneur life cycle. It can be a little rough. Oh yes. We do have a Reiki session coming up on, I believe it's Sunday. I thought it was Saturday, but I think it's Sunday. Let me go check. Oh, if it's Sunday, that interferes with my long walk. Oh well. There goes that. I'll have to do it another day. Let's see. I have Saturday, but I listed the 27th. It's Saturday, but the Saturday is the 26th. It's not the 27th. Those of you that are signed up, were you expecting Saturday? Because I have it listed as Saturday, but I have the date wrong. Let me go fix the date right now. Please tell me y'all were expecting Saturday, because I put Saturday on there. I just had the date off. All right, let me fix that. Okay, good. You were expecting Saturday. Excellent. Okay. Phew. Sometimes the calendar on there starts on Monday rather than Sunday, and it's very confusing. It can be very confusing. All right. We have 6 more tickets for the group Reiki on Saturday. Sure, because I'm pretty sure Sunday is the 27th. Okay. All right, that's been fixed. Whew. All right. I need to get better about the dates. So, there's 6 tickets for Reiki. I keep the group very small for Reiki. We will be doing Reiki in July as well. I will not be doing mini tarot reads in July though. I cannot find a place in this apartment to get comfortable for long tarot reads. So we'll see when those come back. Hello, Sage Moon Gypsy. Y'all, I had a major win today. I've been trying to, speaking of fears, right? Speaking of Neptune going retrograde at the end of the week, highlighting our fears and phobias and worries between now and December 1st, right? Speaking of all of that, I am terrified of bridges. Like, terrified of bridges. I cannot even begin to express how fearful I am of them. Living in Florida, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Is it possible for twins or soulmates to communicate telepathically? Yes, it is. I'll talk about that here in just a second. It absolutely is. Absolutely, positively, John. We will definitely talk about that. And so, so there's bridges everywhere in Florida. And I have no choice. I have to overcome it. So I was determined to walk up the pedestrian walk of this bridge and get to the top. And the first time I made it halfway. The second time I made it halfway. Today I made it to the top. And I was so excited. I was so excited. I actually started to cry up there. Like, I focused on the floor, on the ground, on the pedestrian walk until I got to the top. And then I looked around. And then it became not so scary. It became not so scary at all. And of course I listened to the voice of the other half of my soul saying, I believe in you, Kimmy, you can do it. And so that helped too. That helped the most, actually. And so I finally get up there, and I'm like, what was I so worried about up here? It's not like it's like gonna come crumbling down, and if it does, the water's pretty deep. So I should be all right. And so I just sort of chilled and you know, I got over it. Now I need to try another bridge. I can't, I have a pacemaker. I can't bungee jump. So I have a valid excuse not to do that one. A valid excuse not to do that one. So I need to find some more bridges to choose. I've been on, so I've worked myself up to this one. This one's higher, right? And so I've been across about, let's see, hold on. There's a lot of bridges in here. I've been on 6 bridges so far, but most of them have been relatively small. So I didn't consider them to be any big deal, right? Like the walk up to the top of the bridge was no big deal, even though it was high. The walk was tiny, right? And so I kind of worked my way up to this one, and this one's pretty big. So it was pretty big. And so when I got up there, it was great. But they had like this, they had a viewing area, right? And so the viewing area kind of came out, and I was like, there's no way in heck I am stepping forward towards there. And then this very nice Indian man had been riding his bike up, and he's like, is this your first time up here? And I'm like, yes, it is. I'm so excited. And he's like, do you want me to take a picture? And I was like, sure. But then I realized I don't like my full pictures unless I know how I'm like standing and can see it. So I didn't use those. I just took my selfies. But I was very excited. Very excited. Bridge sharks. So let's talk about John's question. Oh, you're scared to skydive. Try indoor skydiving. I've done that, and it's so much fun. Now, granted, you do have to look down through the grates when you get in there, but try indoor skydiving. It can be really, really, really fun. So, and with my fear of heights, if I could do it, you could do it, totally. And indoor would be like, you know, it would be like the baby step for you. If you like that and you go a few times, then you can go skydiving later. You were just talking about skydiving. I wonder if I could find, hold on, I might be able to find my skydiving thingy. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. Was that might have been 2000. It was either 18 or 19. Depends on how much I've posted. It may take me a while to get to it. It used to be on my dating profiles, you know, the picture, but I'm not on dating apps anymore, so let's see. It's gotta be here. I went with my friend Summer, and I actually, like, I started to back out as I first walked in, and I was like, oh, I can't do this. And so I let her go first. And then that just like freaked me out even more. So there's me indoor skydiving. And the video of it. And I think we come back down on this one. Back up again. we went up into the big part like 4 times. It was so fun. So fun. So fun. So I'd try indoor. So John asked, is it possible to communicate telepathically with soulmates and twin flames? Absolutely, 100% definitive, yes. Now, if you are more psychically inclined, right, more empathic or more in tune with that side of yourself, it will be easier to recognize when you have received telepathic communication, as well as it will be easier to send telepathic communication. Now, you thought you were going crazy. Oh, I love it. I love it. So this is brand new for you, John. That's awesome. Awesome. So, okay. The telepathic communication between twins and soulmates works in the same way, but it could be stronger coming from your twin than it will be from a soulmate. And sometimes they can kind of leak over to where you can get the wires crossed if you have a soulmate and a twin flame. So just be aware of that. Sometimes if they're both kind of, you know, in the same sort of headspace, it can get a little bit crossed over. But anyway, so communicating telepathically with a soulmate or a twin is so simple. A lot of people really don't think about it too much. What I like to recommend to people who are new to telepathy, what I like to recommend to them is to find a song that reminds you of your soulmate or reminds you of your twin flame, and create a song that creates an emotional response in you, right? So when I say an emotional response, we don't want it to be negative, so nothing that's going to make you sad and depressed, but more a song that has a strong happy vibe, right? A strong sense that when you hear this song, you can't help but think of your soulmate or think of your twin flame and just smile. And so if you're new to telepathy, it's great to like put one of those songs on, put it on repeat if you have to kind of get into, you know, the mode of really connecting energetically to your person. Once you're feeling that emotion of love, whether it's unconditional love or whether it's, you know, deep, long withstanding love, whatever that happens to be for you, with whomever, then once you feel that feeling of love, then you can transmit your communication to your person. And so when you transmit whatever it is that you're trying to communicate to them, try to include an emotion with that, right? So let's say you're aware that, your soulmate is going through a hard time, right? Then you would want to transmit like an energy of comfort, an energy of strength to try to help them get through it, right? And they may not consciously know that you're sending this sort of, I believe in you, be strong, I'm here for you if you need me kind of energy. But when you allow the emotion to flow and you allow yourself to visualize speaking whatever it is that you wish to say with that emotion to your person, it can be very powerful. Now on the twin side, it's a little different. The twin side is a little different because your twin is you, right? And so it doesn't matter what stage that you and your twin flame are at, whether the two of you are not speaking one word to each other, or whether the two of you like talk every day, or whether the two of you are at a physical distance, or if you're right in each other's neighborhood, whatever. With the twin, it's a little bit different because there's varying stages of telepathy from my own personal experience. Some telepathy, and there's various forms of telepathy from the twin. So when you receive telepathy from your person, you'll feel the emotion if you're empathic. First, always tap into that and then see if there's a message that you intuitively gain from that. But with the twin, you may feel their emotions. So you could feel their emotion. If you feel your twin is excited, you'll feel that. If you feel your twin is nervous, you'll feel that. If you feel that, if your twin is having some sort of extreme fearful day or something, you'll feel that. Whatever they happen to be going through, you'll feel it, and it'll be like telepathy, but they won't be consciously doing it. And so from the twin, it could either be consciously delivered or unconsciously delivered. For instance, I have I have felt my twin kind of get nauseous at the stomach at clicking something from me in the past, right? And like all of a sudden, I just felt like really nauseous, like, oh my gosh, that's too scary. I can't click that. What is that? Oh no. And so like I could feel that sense of nervousness, right? And so, but I felt it as if it was my emotion, even though it wasn't my emotion. So sometimes, you feel it to such a point that it feels like it's you. You could be having the most beautiful day in the world, and all of a sudden you're feeling like total depths of despair, and it may be that your twin is having a bad day, or vice versa. And so there's a very strong energy of telepathy with twins. Sometimes you'll hear their voice. Sometimes, you'll feel their presence, that sort of thing. It's kind of hard to explain, but in order to telepathically connect to a soulmate or a twin flame, now mind you, when we're talking about soulmates that you're telepathically connecting to, although you can telepathically connect to anyone, if you are connecting to a romantic soulmate that was brought into your life for good reasons, not to teach you a lesson, there will be no blockages with telepathic communication. In fact, they may suddenly discover that they're psychic because they're wondering, why are they picking up on your energy? Why do they know what's going on with you? Why do they understand you so deeply? And so I lost my train of thought. So there's a few different ways that you can telepathically connect. One is the way I was talking about with music, right? And so with music, like I said, you get into the emotion, you express whatever it is that you need to say. You can telepathically connect to somebody in meditation. It's extremely powerful. I do not use it for any kind of negativity. Never send negative thoughts, emotions, or communication to a soulmate or to a twin. Just don't do it. It ends up like being horrible for you, because those two connections, soulmates and twin flames, are all about that universal love, that unconditional love that transcends lifetimes, right? So you want to only place positive energy on those connections, never negative. I don't care if you're in an I love you, I hate you sort of feeling towards your twin, towards your soulmate. Do not send negative energy towards them. It's not good for the connection. It's not good for you personally. But in meditation, you can visualize your person sitting in front of you. And we've got a few meditations on the channel that I did that I'll try to post one tomorrow so that you guys have it on the community tab. But we've done some meditations where you have your person in front of you in meditation and you tell them what it is that you need to tell them. You can ask them questions, things of that nature as well. So it's one way. Also, you can do it in meditation, or you can do it very, very quickly by just taking a few deep breaths, settling your energy, and then imagine you're walking towards your person and your person is looking off in the distance doing something else. So you don't want your person, in this technique, you do not want your person to know that you're there energetically. That's not the point in this particular telepathic means. So you let them be wherever they are. You do not disturb them energetically, but wherever they happen to show up in your mind space, right? So they could be sitting on the top of a trail out in nature, overlooking a ravine, or they could be sitting, at their favorite place that, you always see them at, or you always visualize them at, or something like that, or looking over water, or, whatever the case may be. So you wherever space you visualize them in, you do not disturb them. You just simply walk up and stand beside them and speak. I like to speak in the right ear. I feel like the right is always focused. When the right ear goes off, it's always positive. When the left ear goes off, it's always negative. So I like to speak in the right ear. So you speak in their right ear, whatever it is that you wish to say, and then you just walk away in your mind space and you don't worry about it. You just let it be delivered when it's supposed to be delivered. So you can do that as well. You can very simply just grab a crystal, tap into the energy of the crystal and feel the vibration in your hands, and then imagine your person and imagine you're having a conversation. Or you can imagine that they're sitting beside you and having a conversation. No matter how you do it, the energy gets transmitted, because soulmates and twin flames are highly connected energetically. Whether they've had sexual relations or not, they're highly connected energetically. And so you want to be able to nurture those connections. Like there may be times where the two of you are in a bad place, or the two of you need space, or the two of you just need to do your own thing. And in that space, you can help them best by either sending them energy or just telepathically, sending over a little message of, all is well, take the time you need, I'm here for, whenever. And then just let it go. Don't worry about it again. Now, unfortunately, sometimes people can misinterpret that as a lack of interest from you if you don't reach out, but if that's the case, there's not much you can do about it. You just send the energy and let it go. So, does that make sense? My personal readings, well, they vary. I have 3 different ones, and so they're up on empressmoontarot.com, and then you click on tarot readings, and you can book right there from the website, which is really cool. I like that anyway. Oh, you guys, so my alarm went off on my phone. I'm trying to keep my live streams down a little bit because I need to have a normal life. So my loves, I'm going to have to go. We're going to have to end here, but I think that was on a very good question. John, did that help? And do you have any questions before I disconnect? Hopefully that helped you as well as other people. John, just to be very clear, I have been able to, I constantly feel telepathically my twin flame, and I also feel the Cancer frequently telepathically, whether either men know that they're doing it or not. So it is possible. It is possible. Very possible. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Everybody, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the night. And I will see you tomorrow for readings. Just so you guys know, I'm hopping straight into July. I need to get ahead of the schedule. So we'll see you guys for the July readings this week. And we will pick up from there. All right, everyone. Love and light to you. Big hug from Kimmy. Kiss, kiss. Mwah! I'll see you soon. Bye.